What's up, folks? Welcome to the channel Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. Hope things are going well for you. I'm doing a donation request today. Bethany Enman, shout out to you. Thank you for the donation and the request. And I have not reacted to this artist, and I'm going to guess that you just pronounce it Dawes. And the name of the song is A Little Bit of Everything, and I'm reacting to the version that you wanted me to do. It was from the Rhythm and Roots Festival 2011. But I'm not going to use the video because sometimes we get into trouble. We reactors can get into trouble using other people's videos. So I'm going to react to the song itself. And I don't know anything about Dawes. And I also don't know the song. But for those of you who are new to the channel, I like to know as little as possible about an artist or a song. I really like the challenge of doing a reaction and hearing something for the very first time. And I don't always catch all the lyrics. I don't always pick up on the nuances in the instrumentation, but I get pretty close to a lot of things. But I like that challenge of hearing something for the first time and trying to see what the artist and the team, the songwriters, the musicians, the producers, the engineers, all of that were presenting in the form of a song. The amount of work it takes for these folks to put together a 3, 4, 5 minute song is exorbitant. There's a lot of thought. There's so much that goes into making one song. And I like the challenge of trying to unfold as much as I can. And I'm not a musician. So it's purely a daily thought experiment on my behalf. Maybe that's what I could have called the channel, Rockin' the Country Thought Experiment. So Bethany, thank you again. And let's see what Dawes has for us. A little bit of everything. Obviously, that could be anything. It's really pretty. Really pretty.
With his back against the San Francisco traffic, on the bridge's side that faces towards the jail, setting out to join a demographic, he hoists his first leg up over the rail.
Yeah, San Francisco Bridge.
Then a phone call's made, police cars show up quickly, and the sergeant slams his passenger door. He says, "Hey son, why don't you talk through this with me? Just tell me what you're doing it for." Oh, it's a little bit of everything. It's the mountains, it's the fog, it's the news at 6 o'clock, it's the death of my first dog, it's the angels up above me, it's the song that they don't sing. It's a little bit of everything.
Holy cow. One of the best beginnings lyrically to a song I've ever heard.
There's an older man who stands in a buffet line. He is smiling and he is holding out his plate. And the further he looks back into his timeline, that hard road always led him to today.
Yeah.
Making up for when his bright future had left him. Making up for the fact his only son is gone. And letting everything out once his server asks him, "Have you figured out yet what it is you want?" I'll take a little bit of everything. the biscuits and the beans, whatever helps me to forget about these things that brought me to my knees. So pile on those mashed potatoes and an extra chicken wing, 'cause I'm having a little bit of everything.
Okay. Sometimes I need to regroup, because when you've heard songs before, obviously it doesn't hit you the same once you know what's coming. But when you listen to a song for the first time with headphones on, with dedicated time, with no distractions, they hit you a lot harder. And when you like thinking and you like thought, you like being challenged, you like trying to connect with the person putting the lyrics out, it can hit you hard. And this certainly, we've got multiple, a little bit of everything's going on in here. And there's going to be a through line. I mean, I can already probably see it, but we'll see what he does with it, because this isn't average songwriting either.
Somewhere a pretty girl is writing invitations to a wedding she has scheduled for the fall. Her man says, "Baby, can I make an observation? You don't seem to be having any fun at all." She says, "You just worry about your groomsmen and your shirt size. And rest assured that this is making me feel good. I think that love can be so much easier than you realize. If you can give yourself to someone, then you should. 'Cause it's a little bit of everything. It's the way you joke, the way you ache. It is getting up before you so I could just watch you as you wake. So on that day in late September, it is not just some stupid little ring. I'm getting a little bit of everything. Oh, it's a little bit of everything. It's the matador and the bull. It's the suggested daily dosage. It's the red moon when it's full. All these psychics and these doctors, they're all right, yet they're all wrong. It's like trying to make out every word when they should simply hum along. It's not some message written in the dark or some truth that no one's seen. It's just a little bit of everything.
Holy cow, it's over? I'm assuming he wrote this. If not, he made it his own, but I'm going to assume he did. And folks like this are idea factories. The number of ideas they get through the course of a day, from the moment they wake up to the moment they go to bed, and even while they're sleeping, they just get ideas nonstop. The number of things included in this song is probably 1/100% of what was thought of to put in the song, but got left out. But it was an interesting progression where it started out with the guy on the San Francisco bridge who put one leg over and was going to kill himself. And I like the reference to the prison, because Alcatraz is the island's prison that you can see from San Francisco. It's in San Francisco Bay. So we've got a suicide going on here. Then the next step was the man at the buffet. He's more alive in one sense. He's had a horrible life. His son died, and he wants a little bit of everything just to help him forget. It was in the suicide guy, the guy in the bridge, it was a little bit of everything that pushed him to the edge. Here we have a little bit of everything the guy wants on his plate. So he actually wants something to help keep him alive. And then the last part was a wedding. Two people getting together, and they're very much alive. And I like the advice that she gave, or it wasn't advice, but the words that she'd given to her fiance, that love can be wonderful because there's a little bit of everything that you have to look forward to. So in many ways, this was a song of hope. because it went from the despair that we all feel in different ways, maybe not to that extent, and maybe some do. I mean, people get those thoughts way more often. I mean, we even have an expression. It's like, oh my God, just kill me, like that or whatever. It's like, what if people say, like, I wanted to shoot myself that day or whatever? And it's an exaggeration, it's hyperbole, but it's out there in the public sphere. People don't think you're nuts when you say stuff like that. But this world is a very difficult place in which to live. You start there, then you go to the guy who made it through the death of his son and just a life that was brutal, onto the hope of a married couple. And that's how I see this. The through line was this is a song of hope. Amid, as I say in this channel a lot in my reactions to songs, that this is a very hard place to live, this world. It is. Being human in this world is a very difficult place to live. I don't know what the animals would say if they could speak. Animals seem to be, like, you think about lions a lot. They seem to be invested very much just in the moment. They don't carve things out the way we do into financial considerations. Where am I living? 401ks. They don't break things down into, psychologically speaking, I feel this way, or I'm emotional today. It seems to be all invested in one moment, in the moment as they live their lives. We humans carve things up into so many different categories. And in this case, that fits with a little bit of everything. But as the bride-to-be in this song pointed out to her fiancé, it's just the waking up early just to see you wake up. And the beautiful things you have to look forward to, set against a sea of hardship, in some cases despair, there are things to hang our hats on, like the gentleman at the buffet. Bring me a bit of everything, it may help me forget. Yeah, so it's almost past, present, future as well. Isn't there like women, don't you have like jewelry that's called that? Are they like necklaces or rings or bracelets or something? But this song was the past, because the guy wanted to kill himself because of his past. Or he was thinking of doing it. We didn't get the resolution there. He was thinking of doing it. The present was the guy at the buffet. He's ordering food just to keep himself afloat. And then the future was about the future hope that the bride had, as well as the groom, because they're getting married. So there's a lot going on in this. I don't know if it was intentional, but folks like this tend to see through lines, maybe even create them, have an idea of a through line, and then flesh it out with the myriad ideas they get every day. So, wow, Bethany Enman, thank you for this. I'm going to rate the song, and this was just otherworldly in some ways. That there wasn't a flaw in this song. His guitar picking, his presentation, he didn't sell a single thing to me. And that's one thing I look at. I pick up on very clearly if I feel like somebody's trying to sell an idea, or sell their accent, or sell like something's not real in it. It just doesn't seem to work. Everything in this thing was just straight across the board legit and brilliant. And it got me thinking and feeling. It drew me in. I could see myself at that bridge. I could see Alcatraz because I've been there. Not Alcatraz, but San Francisco, across the bridge. And I could see that. I've been on buffets before. I could see myself there, and I've been married, and I could relate to all of it. I was in it, and that is a legit 10 across the board. So great suggestion. Bethany, thank you again for the donation and for the exposure. I may be doing more of Dawes in the future. Absolutely gorgeous acoustic, lyrical song. Just story of life. It really captured a lot. So there you go. Okay, folks, leave your comments for Bethany, for me, for Dawes, for anybody. And there we go. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video, and keep rocking the country.